What's up? This is the Bathan, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Nike Air Maxes. Some people say Nike, it's Nike. Some people call them TNs. They're pluses, opinions. I'm always right, but it's okay to disagree since that what makes the world go round. And I'm going to be giving my opinion on all the Air Maxes, and they're all going to be labelled, and they don't have the dates on them, but it's pretty obvious. And I can give you a date roughly, or I can give you an exact date, because some of them are called like 95s or 97s, and that's kind of obvious. It came out in 1997 or whatever, but some of them are a bit more complicated. So this is my review of all the Air Maxes and a bit of Vapormaxes too. So if we go to the top left, we got the, oh my god, that is tiny. We got the Air Stab from 1988, and 1988 was the first year that Air Maxes came out, as the Air Max 1 was the first one. So this came out in the same year, but you know, it's not as good as it. I don't know, it's not shit. Shit means it's a bad designer. And the Air Stab is not bad, but it's kind of plain, it's kind of boring, but it's one of the first Air Maxes. It's okay to be basic. It's not got, there's no like inspiration yet. This is a shoe with visible air. Well, it's a shoe with air. That's still quite a lot. So for its time, it's alright. It's a good. It's an average shoe. Like, it was good, but with its competitors, it's just average now. So now we got the Air Max 90. Sorry, it's so tiny. What? 89. I'm such a blind idiot. So here we got the Air Max 89, and it looks like a bit like an Air Max 1, but it also looks like a mixture of Air Max 1 and a 90. And once again, it's another basic Air Max from the 80s. It's not a bad design. Like, I like it, but it's better out there. Next up, we got the Air Max 90, and I love how big the 90 is. And you put it on, I've actually never put an Air Max 90 on. I've cleaned my friend's Air Max 90 because, well, I was doing it as a YouTube video that will be out soon. I've seen Air Max 90s. I like Air Max 90s. Will I get a pair? I'll probably get a pair of Air Max 90s for my collection, as I want to collect shoes, but I'm broke. So I'm gonna say it's a good shoe. Like, no, it's an amazing shoe. It's a really good shoe, but I don't have it right now. But I do want an Air Max 90. So here we got the Air Max Structure, which is a shoe from 91, and I'm gonna put an average. Like, I like it, but it's kind of a bit crazy. If you look at the toe area where my mouse is, you can see it's quite chaotic to the eye, and also the air bubble's not that big. And like, don't get me wrong, you can have a small air bubble like the Air Max 1, and it can still look nice. And then you can get Vapormaxes, which have a big air bubble, and they're still just as nice. So I don't really care about air bubbles, but I think if that air bubble was a bit more exposed, I think I would like it more. Next up, we got the Air Max BW, and the BW is shit, I forgot. Alright, editor, which is me, put the definition of BW. I completely forgot, but I'll let you know. Either way, this shoe is now 30 years old, and they remade this shoe, like the 30th anniversary, as they made it a retro. And I like the retro version. I want a BW retro, not the original one. The original ones are probably really expensive, and also they're all broken now since it's been 30 years. Since in 98 or 2001, I think it was 2001, where they changed the air units so they will last longer. So if you see a classic old Air Max 90, the bubbles all like yellow and grey. Not grey, just yellow. It looks like stained teeth. And yeah. But the modern BWs are really nice. I actually prefer it over the 90 personally. Okay, now we got the Air Max 180. Now what I like about the 180, if you look at the swoosh, have I been saying Nike? If I say Nike, I don't really care, but it is Nike, I'm sorry. So the Nike swoosh, right, if you look, it doesn't actually finish, and that's because the swoosh goes 180 degrees, hence the name. Now, I think it's better, I don't know, I like it, but I'm going to put in average. You know, I actually really like the 89, so this is another average shoe. The Air Max 1, I'm going to put into good. I like the Air Max 1. and I may move it up in the future. But is it an amazing shoe? I don't know. It's very simple, but it's good. So I'm going to put it in good. Maybe I'll change my mind and put it in amazing, but it's still a good shoe. It's just not amazing yet. So we've got the Air Max ST. Once again, it's another weird Air Max that not a lot of people have heard of, 92. If you're a massive fan of the Air Max ST, then sorry that I just decided, but I don't like it. I'm not a fan of the air bubbles, since most air bubbles are just rectangular at this point. If you look at the 90, the Air Max 1, the 89, it's like, they're good, they're like all rectangles, but this one, it tried to be a bit different and it didn't really work out. I'm not a fan of the Air Max ST. Next up, we got the Air Max 93, and sorry, my ears keep popping. I need to go to the hospital. No, so I need to go to a GP. So the Air Max 90, it's got a really cushionable tongue, and I don't have an Air Max 90, but I've got a Nike Vapormax Evolution, and the Evolution has a 90s tongue, and I love the tongue. And also the Air Max 93, it's also got a Nike Air logo on the back of the heel, which is kind of a first for the Nike Air Maxes. So I like the Air. I prefer it over the 90, but I don't prefer it over the BW. So, and also it was the first Air Max to have a 360, sorry, not a 360, a 180 exposed air bubble. So it's a bit like the Air Max 180, how its swoosh goes around, but the air bubble itself goes around. Right, so what else? Oh my fucking god. Oh! Okay. Sorry, I'm an absolute idiot. As I was taking screenshots of the shoes, I was watching this All Air Maxes video. I'll have it linked in the description. As I was taking screenshots, it was a crossfade between two shoes. So I was crossing from one shoe to another. And that's why I could not identify the shoe. This is two shoes into one. So technically, I've missed out two shoes. So I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry. Will I update the tier list? Probably not, because they're both shit shoes. So let me just put these two shit shoes into shit. I'm sorry. And also, my bad. I should have looked at my screenshots. Next up, we got the 94. I do not like the 94. It's just... it's average. It's below... It's like average, but it's like the bottom average. It's not shit. Shit to see. Shit means it's bad. It's not bad. I just don't like it. Like, I don't like the little spikes on the side or the upper outsole. I don't like the air bubble. I don't really like it. And also, why does that swoosh not finish? It's like rectangular at the end, if that makes sense. And you know what? It's a shit shoe. I've convinced myself. The Air Max 95 is I don't know if it's orgasmic. Is it orgasmic? Some color waves of the 95 are amazing. Some colorways of the 95 are shit. I don't like it when Air Maxes are black. When they're black or white, they have no personality. They need colour, and they need something more than one shade. That's why I don't like white shoes and I don't like black shoes. They need to have like a bit of red, bit of blue. I don't care what colour, as long as it looks nice. I don't like it when they're single shades. So I'm going to put the 95 in orgasmic. I like the 95, and the 95 were the first Nike Air Max to have an exposed air bubble at the front. So that's quite nice about the 95. Next up, we got the Nike Racer Max. So it's an Air Max Burst Racer, and I'm gonna put an average. It's a nice. It looks quite a lot like a 180 now, got them next to each other. Like, once again, it falls into the same problem as the other old Nike Air Max shoes. It don't look that much different. It's nothing like with a 90, with a 95, with an Air Max 1, with a 93. You can identify. You know what kind of shoe they are just by looking at it. The Nike Air Racer Max. It looks like a 180. It looks like a SB. Like if you had like a black SB and you got a black Racer, you won't be able to tell the difference. It's only the colorways that kind of tell you that they're different. So I don't like the Racer. It's gonna be another shit shoe. Like, okay, the 96 is a shit shoe. Look how bad that design is. Like like I hate the Nike Air Max 96. The 96 is ugly. It looks big. It looks like a chunky, fat, obese child would wear it. It's not a good shoe. Like, what? Where's the swoosh? Like the 95, the design of the 95, right? The back of the heel is supposed to be the backbones of a skeleton, and see these stripes here? That is supposed to be the rib cage, and you got the mesh, and that's supposed to be the lungs, as in your shoe can breathe. And then Nike wanted the swoosh. The designer did not want a swoosh, so they decided to have the swoosh at the back, so at least it's visible, but it's not a big swoosh. And then you got the 96, and that can't even be bothered to have a swoosh. It's just not a good shoe. But there was two designs of the 96. Well, not the 96, the Air Max in 96. And the second design of the Air Max in 96 is an orgasmic shoe. This is the 96 too. And if I take off my shoe, hear me out, I'm not being weird. If I actually untie my laces, I just put, there we go. As you can see here, see these triangles? See the front? That front and these triangles represent the 96 too, and this is a Nike Air Max Evolution. So it's not an Air Max, it's a Vapormax Evolution. Air Maxes and Vapormaxes, I'll say they're in the same category. A Vapormax is like a close cousin of the Air Max, so I'll categorise them as the same. So yeah, I love the 96 too. I want the 96 too. I don't like small shoes, and I don't like over the top big shoes. I'm gonna put on the screen right now the basketball I don't know if it's an Air Max, but you know the one with the writing of it says Air on it. Like, that one's just too big. I don't like it. But and you got the 93, and I like the 93, but it's kind of too small. And then you got the 96 too, which is a perfect size. I love it for that type of shoe. And also, the Vapormax Evo is also the perfect size. It's not too small, so it makes your feet look tiny, and it's not too big that it looks like you're wearing someone else's shoes. The 96 too is another brilliant shoe, and I love the triangles, I love the design, and it actually had a really good designer who helped it. I can't remember his name, I'm sorry. I'm not that much into my Nike Air Maxes, but I will let you know in my upcoming review of the Nike 96 too. I don't have it, but when I have the 96 too, I'll tell you. Next up is a classic. I'm gonna put in good. I like the 97, but it's like one of those Air Maxes which you really like seeing other people wear, but I wouldn't personally like. It's just, I find it really uncomfortable. Like, it's the first Air Max to have like a big air unit that goes from the toe all the way to the back, because originally you had back air units, then you had front air units, but the 97 had like a front and back connected, so it's a flat air unit. And it was the first Nike Air Max to have a air unit that goes all the way across the sole of the shoe, and it just didn't really work out that well. Like, it looks brilliant, it looks nice, but personally wearing it, I just don't like the air unit. The sole, maybe it's just my personal experience, but I've seen a crossfade of the 97 and a Vapormax. So it's a 97, but it's got a Vapormax sole, and that looks really nice, and I can imagine it's comfortable as well. But I'm not a fan of the air unit in the 97. But it is a nice shoe, I just won't personally wear it. So next up we got the Air Walker Max. So it's a bit like the Air Racer Max, but walking, like it's more of a casual shoe. I want to say Nike Air Max collection, and I don't mind having that in my collection. I am fantasizing about this collection. I don't have these shoes. Maybe in 10 years or 5 years, depends how motivated I am to put videos on this channel. Maybe I'll get big, and if I get big, I promise you I'll do a tier list of the Air Maxes, but in Soho and the images are actually at the shoes. But until then, it's going to be an average shoe. Next up, you got the Air Max TL. And this is a 98 shoe. It looks like the Nike Air Max 98, but it's slightly different, and I like it. I like it. It's alright. I can't really judge it for comfortability, but it looks nice. I'm going to rate it on design. It looks nice. Next up, we got the Air Tuned Max. The Tuned Max is the first shoe to have tuned air technology. What does tuned air technology do? I'm not sure. But tuned air technology was so good, they added it to the Air Plus Max. Is it a plus? Sorry, they added it to the Air Max Plus. And that's why the Air Max Plus now has tuned air logo on it. Because originally the Pluses did not have that TN sign on it, because it was just a normal Air Max. But then it got given tuned air technology. And that tuned air technology came from the shoe. And personally, I'm going to put an average. I don't like its colourway. But once again, I said I'm not a fan of one shaded shoes. I don't like black shoes. I don't like white shoes. I want them to be colourful. I want them to look inspirational. But this is just black and brown, and like maybe if it was orange and white or colourful, maybe I would like it more. But I'm not a fan of it. Once again, I have a bit of the tuned Nike Air Tuned Max on my Vapormax Evolution. I'm going to take it off one more time. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to keep it off because I can keep referencing it. You know how I said the 93? There's the 93 back heel. But if you look here, that little cage there is off a tuned Nike Air Tuned. So I'm not going to do up my laces, but I'm going to put it on. So it looks nice, and it has tuned air technology, which is quite significant for Air Maxes. But it doesn't look nice. Maybe if it had a nice colourway, I would buy it. But for now, I'm not. Next up, you got the Air Max Deluxe, and this came out in '99. I don't know what they were thinking. It looks bad. Like that air unit does not look nice. It looks like a big piece of plastic with a hole in it for your foot. Don't look nice. Or next up, you got the Nike Air Max Pillar. And once again, you know how I said I don't like shoes that make your feet look small. I don't like shoes that look like they're too big for you. Once again, the Pillar, it's too weird. It's massive. Maybe if they sleeked it down, maybe if they made it look like it's made for a foot, maybe I would like the Pillar. That's just too weird looking. Like, it's just too big. I'm sorry. Next up, we got the Nike Air Max 2001, and there's a reason why you have not heard of this shoe. It's not nice. 2002 is worse. Look at that air unit. It's just, the air unit is literally just circles, like open exposed circles filled with air pockets. But no, it's disgusting. Most Air Maxes from the 2000s are bad, but from the late 2000 teens and the 90s are probably the best kind of Air Maxes. So we got another 2002 disgusting air unit. It looks shit. The 2006, what the hell is that air? Sorry about that. My PC told me to plug it in. I was like, oh, fuck off. I can do this after the video. But turns out I can't plug the computer in after the video because it died on me. So I forgot what I was saying. I think I said I don't like the Pillar because the Nike Air Max Pillar is just too big. It looks weird. Maybe if it was slicker, it would be nice. Next up is the Air Max 2009. That's got I don't like the 2000s air unit, but the 2009 air unit, it doesn't look too bad. Actually, if someone gave me a pair of Nike Air Max 2009s, I'll look at them and say thank you, and then I'll probably keep it in my collection and would never use it again. Maybe I'll use it once or twice just to make sure it's comfortable. I will have it for my collection if I get that collection, but it looks very basic. There's nothing unique to it. Like, the only thing that looks slightly unique to it is the air unit, But the 2010 has a similar air unit, and the whole body of the shoe just looks like any other 2000s shoe. Like, it's better than the 2002, it's better than 2003, better than like 2006 Air Max is terrible. You know, it's not that, it's good, but it's not that good. It's only good because the other Air Maxes in 2000s were just so bad. Next up, we got the Air Max 210, and I'm gonna put it in average. I like its colorway, but once again, there's nothing too unique. There's nothing too different about it. But it's not bad. Next up, we got this Air Max, and I don't like the design at all. What the hell is that? Just a bunch of stripes just overlapping each other. That's terrible. And also the air unit looks bad. Like, once again, I can't judge it for comfortability. I don't have it. I don't want it. But yeah, it looks alright, I guess. No, it don't look alright, sorry. It looks shit. I don't know why I was trying to be nice to it. Next up, you got the Nike Air Max Plus. Now, the Plus in '88 did not have tuned air technology, but in the 2000s, when it got tuned air technology, it had a little logo saying TN on it to show people that this Air Max Plus has tuned air technology. Then some idiots started calling it a TN. It's not a TN. It's not a Nike Air Max TN. It's a Nike Air Plus. Like, it's the Air Max Plus. It's not a TN. But overall, I like the shoe. I think it's an amazing shoe. It looks really nice. I don't like I've seen some people wear just black Air Max Pluses, but when they're black, they look boring. I like the sunset ones. I like the blue ones. Like, I like the colourful Pluses. So the boring ones are shit, but the colourful ones are really nice. I like them. Next up, the 2012. And the 2012 has a weird air unit, but once again, I said I like colour, and I like colour. It looks good. I actually don't mind that 2012 Air Max, because it's a colourful shoe. And like I said, I'm a sucker for colour. So next up, you got the 2013. It's very red. I like the air unit, doesn't look too bad, but I'm gonna put an average. There's nothing too unique about it. Next up, we got the 98. The 98 it was supposed to be the main Air Max or 98, but the Nike Air Plus was like a smaller Air Max, but it got so popular, it became the most popular Air Max of 98. So it overshadowed its main competitor, or not competitor, it overshadowed the actual Air Max of the year. But I think it's nice. I'm going to put it in good. It's a nice shoe. I see people have it. I've seen some people wear it and don't look too bad. I've not tried out the air unit, but apparently it makes the air unit a bit better than the 97s. Next up is the Air Max 2014. Now, it reminds me of the Air Max 360, with how its air unit looks. But it doesn't look as... it looks alright, but once again, 2013, 2014, it looks like the swoosh is different, and it looks like it has a different colourway. Overall, it looks like another boring 2000, late 2000, early 2010s, not early 2010. It's a 2000s bad Air Max. Like once again, 90s Air Maxes are good, modern Air Maxes are good, but between 2016 and between 1999 and 2016 was a period of bad Air Maxes. But in 2016, the Vapormax came out, and that's amazing. And the 270 came out, the 720 came out, the evolution of Air Maxes came out, or the Vapormax Evo. I'm getting sidetracked, but Air Maxes are now getting pretty good again. I like modern Air Maxes. So talking about Vapormaxes, it actually came out in 2017, and the 270 came out in 2018, so I got them all a year early. My bad. So the Vapormax, the old air unit. Once again, I'm gonna have to do this one more time. The old air unit for the Vapormax, it was very bubbly and it looked like a bunch of big bubbles on the end of a shoe, and it looked like a nice shoe. And some people said it wasn't as comfy as others did, but some people really liked it. But the Nike Vapormax 21. I think it's 2021. The Air Max Vape. It's called a Vapormax 360, and the 360 could have came out in 2020 or 2021. I can't remember. But this is a Nike Air Max 360 Vapormax. So this is how it looks. It's got basically this is a better Vapormax than the first Air Vapormax. So the Air Vapormax I'm gonna put in good because I like Vapormaxes, but the Vapormax 360 is a better air unit. So if you want a Vapormax shoe, go for the 360. Go for the Evolution. Don't go for the original Vapormax because their air units are not as comfortable, in my opinion. Not that I've had an original Vapormax, but at least I've been told by other YouTubers. The Air Max 270, so orgasmic shoe. It's so popular right now that some people are getting fed up with seeing it, and they associate it with kids and they associate it with losers because everyone's wearing it. But if you get rid of the embarrassing people that wear it, such as your grandma, like she probably has a pair of 270s, they're really popular. The 270s are a nice Air Max, and it's kind of it's a breath of fresh air because throughout the 2000s, as you can see at the bottom, it's just been bad Air Maxes. But the 270s are a good Air Max, and I like it a lot. Next up, Next up, you got the 720, and I like it. Some people don't like it. They say, "Ooh." I've had people criticize the air unit and say it's too big. But the same people that say the air unit is too big are the same people that are wearing 98s and 97s. I don't care if the air unit goes from the front all the way to the back of the shoe. It's a nice air unit. I like the 270s. I want a pair of 270s. They're nice. Next up, you got the Air Max 2019. And I'm going to put it with these other Air Maxes of the 2010s up to the 2010s up to 2019. That whole decade, Air Maxes look very similar, unfortunately. Kind of a bad shoe design, I'm not going to lie. They just flips the swoosh. But it's alright, it's not too bad. Next up, you got the Air Max 2016. And just like the 2013, just like the 2014, and just like the 2019. Oh my god, look at the 2015. So I said 16, I meant 15. The Air Max 2015 literally looks exactly the same as the Air Max 2016, but the swoosh is in a different place. Is that a 5 or a 9? Okay, so Air Max. I said it was 2019, I was wrong, it's 2015, I'm sorry. 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. All these Air Maxes look very similar, and I'm not happy with them. They're a bad shoe. Okay, I'll put them in. They're an average Air Max. Next up, you got the 21s, and then the 21s I really like. It's one of the first Air Maxes in a while. Okay, I'll take it back. The 270s had a back air unit, but other than that, most modern Air Maxes have a air unit in the front and the back. So it's really nice just to focus on the back of the air unit. And maybe because the shoe's brand new, I like it a lot. But I really like the Air Max 21s. They look really nice. I love the big air unit at the back. I wanted a pair, and I was going to buy a pair of 21s. But then I realised I need to get Christmas presents for everyone. It's annoying because it was Black Friday offer of like £70. But I need to buy Christmas presents. Next up, you got the Vapormax's Evolutions. And they're orgasmic. I love the Evolutions because they're a part of every good shoe. I've done a video on the Air Max Evolutions. But I've watched that video and I wish I had a better photo shoot of these shoes. And I don't know, I'm just going to give it a little... If you want to know about the Evolution, watch my YouTube video about it. But I'm going to give a brief demonstration of why it's so good. So, Air Vapormax 360 Air Unit. This is really comfy. It's a great outsole. It's a great sole. Next up, you got the 360. You got the Air Max 360 side sole, and I put the 360 at the bottom. But what it does here, it says flex and support, and it doesn't do much, but it makes the shoe just look a little bit nicer. So even though one of the worst Air Maxes of all time is on the Evolution, it's only a little bit, and it's alright. Next up, you got one of my amazing shoes, which is the Plus. You got the same little slope up here. Next up, look, the 93 got the back symbol, and you also got the same tongue. And once again, the 96 too. You got a bit of 96 too. I don't like the tuned Max, but you got the tuned cage right there. And once again, I put the 180 a bit below. I can't. Where's the 180? Where's the 180? I think I put the 180 in average. Yeah, there it is. Look, Air Max 180. The swoosh goes all the way around. The Air Max 90, which is an amazing shoe in my opinion. It's got a bit of that from the side. It's a bit of every shoe. So it takes inspiration from a lot of the good Air Maxes, but also it's still an original design. It's still a really nice design of all the Air Maxes put into one. And that's why I love the Evolutions. They're called Evo for short, but it means Evolution. So that there is my ranking of all the Air Maxes from 1988 to 2021. I admit I missed out on a few of the Vapormaxes. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do anything else about that. So this is the Faithin. Hope that you liked my opinion. I don't like the 2000s all the way up to 2016. Wait. Yeah, is it two? Where's the Vapormax? I'm an idiot. The Vapormax was made in 2017. So I do not like the Air Maxes from 1999 all the way up to 2016. All of those Air Maxes are pretty bad. But Air Maxes from 1988 all the way up to 1998 is good. And all the Air Maxes from 2017 to the modern era, which is for 4 years later, 5 years later. 17 is 4 years, Nathan, not 5 years. But what I'm saying is, modern Air Maxes are good, old Air Maxes are good, 2000s Air Maxes are shit. So, this is the Faithin. Like and subscribe. Hope you liked it. See you soon. Look.